Sweet. So in a project right now I have all these different folders on my local computer. I'm working on a new mobile app for a Tesla wrap app and having it do the mobile optimization for onboarding. So you can see I just asked it to do our mobile onboarding next. See, it's rebuilding everything on my local computer here. It's running it on this, which is Xcode, and then I'm just prompting it right here. Just super easy to do. To get this set up. So yeah, you could actually connect your, it's called Expo. And if you have an Expo account, you can connect your Apple account to it, your Apple developer account, and quickly iterate to the App Store using Claude. And it's able to do everything from the client side, which is like in the code in the terminal on your computer, just through Claude. So you just prompt what you want it to do, and it's super easy to get started. So I'm already version like 5 of this app. I'm on the App Store. We're working on the paywalls. We've already got paying subscribers in the app, and I'm just trying to make it so that this onboarding flow is a lot better. So before it kind of looked like what you just saw those first 2 screens, and then it added this canvas where you could pick what vehicle you drive. But yeah, that's kind of what the app does, is it's generating wraps for your Tesla, and these wraps you could actually put directly into the infotainment screen. Okay, so we have the Fresh Simulator running with my app. And you do need a Mac to run Xcode, so that's one caveat here. Today, I'm gonna release a app update so that this new onboarding feature and my new paywall feature get pushed to the App Store. And yeah, this is what it's looking like so far. Developing with Claude, iterating with this. I can even do this on my phone if I wanted to. I could just pick up this session using a remote session in Claude on my iPhone. So I could still control these edits and just go back and forth. It's pretty cool. So I think this is where a lot of things are heading. We're going to be coding like this in the future. I still run security update, security review. I'd have some great skills for that, just to make sure that you're not doing anything that's super risky with your app. So I've actually had an issue before with the app that I made. It was actually this app. I may have not properly secured my environment variables for my Google API keys. And what ended up happening is I didn't even have any limits set on the billing side of things either. So they somehow were able to steal these API keys from my app and then run up charges on Google's API for close to, I want to say, $1,400. And yeah, I had to go through all that with Google, and it was not fun. So just be careful whenever you're exposing anything to the internet and you're pushing it live, that you have nothing that is is sensitive information. It's going to run this command, taking back to the onboarding screen. So then now I can click here, select my vehicle, continue with an email instead, sign in. Ooh, it saved it. Nice. And it takes me right into the channel here where I can start chatting with the AI and generating my wrap. And now let's talk about how much this apps have actually made. So I released this app to the App Store, I want to say 4 months ago. I started working on it early January. And in the last 30 days here, you can see the app's generated more than $14 already, which is great. And this is actually just on mobile here. So this is my growth over time. Starting to do some more marketing, so that's why you see this increasing. I'm focusing more on the marketing for this app because I've already noticed it trending very well. Look at the revenue cat analytics, see how much we've made in revenue. Look at my Stripe account to see how much the web version of the app has created in revenue. And help me so we can create for this so we can get more downloads and more revenue from the app before we publish to the App Store. All right. Let's see what it does. While that's loading, I do have my Stripe account pulled up here, and you can see it's generated me $6 in the last 7 days. If I look at all time, I think that's all I've made so far from the in the last week, which is pretty good. I haven't had the web version up of this here too long. I think I've only had the web version up for about a month. So that's already generating revenue, which is actually really great to see. I have AI generating me social proof here on my TikTok pages. So I use Higgsfield for different social proof videos. You can see that here. It's okay. Voice actually sounds really good too. So that's cool. And it's already getting some great views, starting to go viral. You can even see that embedded here on my website. Here's that paywall again. And then we have a community here with all the different wraps. Users can choose to download, or they can create their own versions of it. Cool. And now let's see what what we've got here so far. Yeah, revenue cat. I'm having it generate me the report. I could even have it create like a whole document and send it to me, but we're not doing all that for right now. I'm just showing you the capabilities of this. But if you wanted to, you could do /schedule, have it schedule a report for you, and then create it like in Notion or something like that. And then just have a folder of reports on your revenue and stuff like that, which is really cool. Cool. So I can see some of the analytics here now. I've given it some data. We've got source revenue cat, 1995, Stripe, $6. Three things in the data matter more than the total. Both Stripe charges are the same person. Czech Republic, two $3 pay charges, 17 minutes apart. So Web has actually one paying customer who may well have double purchased by accident. The growth is real, but the conversion isn't. Revenue Cat shows 168 new mobile customers in the window, 16 on August 9 alone, and against 5 purchases, roughly a 3% purchase rate. As per customer, signups are compounding, monetization is flat. The 3 fixes: purchase ledger done and deployed, new purchases table with unique provider and transaction ID, nice. Default public, done. Every new wrap is created public, true. Previously it fell to the column default to false, which is why 79% of everything ever created was invisible. Wow, yeah, that sounds good to me. So you send the push notification to the MSN users, do a final / security review of the entire code base. Allow it to send those 99. There's that push notification. So it's going to start with that first. And then it's going to run that security review, and I'll show you what that looks like in here in a second. And then I'll show you what it looks like to go ahead and push your app updates to the App Store. And while the app there is going, let's just pull up Expo here so you can kind of see, because this is the next tool that we're going to be using. There is an Expo Claude connector out now, which I actually didn't know about, but that is sick because I've been doing everything through the client. But now you know you could just connect Claude straight through Expo, and it's able to go ahead through MCP, push updates to your mobile app to the App Store. So this is a must-have. It's free for, I believe, 15 builds per month. And then if you want to do any more builds per month, you have to pay. It's like a monthly subscription. It's not bad. I pay for it. But this is the way to get beautiful apps on the App Store directly with your Claude Code agents. So yeah, you can automate your builds and releases here. I haven't yet done that, but that's the next step. It's really cool. So go ahead and check this out if you want to go ahead and build your own apps. See here in my dashboard the apps that I've been working on. You click on it, it gives you insights in the app, you build workflows. You can see all your builds that you push to the App Store. We can push over the air updates, and you even have push notifications here. So I'm experimenting with this right now. We're going to see what that looks like here in a bit. If you want to install the Expo MCP directly into your Claude, just come into Customize, go into the Extensions tab, Browser Extensions, and then you're going to type in Expo, just like that. You're just going to connect it to Claude. It's going to sign you in through auth, and no longer need to use the client side to push updates to your app. It just have the MCP do it, which is amazing, guys. This is so much better. No idea. I've been waiting for this. So there we got it connected, and you can see we can build React Native apps with Expo, ES directly from Claude, get answers from the latest docs, submit to the App Store and Google Play, and track how your app is doing in production. Wow, I didn't even think about that. I could just ask Claude to now deploy my app to the Google Play Store. That is pretty sick. I'm actually going to tell it to do that here in a bit. And we'll test that out, and we'll deploy our app to the Google Play Store for the first time in the App Store, and make our updates to the website and that's going to be pretty seamless here with Claude. So if you want to do the Google Play Store developer account, there are some prerequisites. Same with the Apple Store. You have to sign up for the developer program, and you have to create the app on the console there for the Google Play or App Store. And then it looks like you have to create the service account key, which is similar to the App Store as well. And yes, so I'll go ahead, and you can pretty much ask Claude to do all this. So the only thing you really need to do is make sure you have the Google Play developer account or App Store developer account. First, I'm going to go ahead and review these security vulnerabilities, and went ahead and also sent out those 22 push notifications already to the 22 users that accepted push notifications. And now all I need to do is commit everything and then bump to 57 version and run the ES build. So we're going to go ahead and run the ES build. And what that's going to do is it's going to push all this to Expo, and it's gonna go ahead and run that TestFlight version update, and we'll have a version that we can test on our phones here pretty soon. And if it works good on my phone, I will go ahead and publish it to the App Store. And that's pretty much it for the iOS and web version. The Google Play Store, like I said, is going to take a little bit more setup, so I'll leave that for another video if you want to check that out. I can make a video on that, but it's pretty straightforward. Claude can help you with that. Takes a few more steps in creating a Google Cloud Console, and then you can get that key, upload it to your credentials here in the Android and iOS credentials in the expo.dev app. Once you upload that here, your Claude Expo MCP should be able to push those updates to the Google Play Store for you. But that's pretty much it. And it's a long video, and if you got here to the end, and know it's a lot of information, but I appreciate you for watching it all. And if you have any comments, feel free to leave them below, and I'll answer them as much as I can.